Halder. Today, I am going to discuss about a very interesting and unavoidable and very intimate and relevant and you know intertwined phenomenon that is love and sex. You see, after food and shelter and security of job that's come, there is physical intimacy and love. Love is not necessarily only between a man and woman. In fact, love can happen with a with a animal, like people who are lover of you know animal, like pet lovers, and also with love with cars, homes, and passion like reading books, shopping, traveling. So it's not necessary to have love with only the man and woman, between man and woman. In fact, if we observe and see and analyze properly, there is very narrow or very small space is occupied love between the man and woman, but it tends an energy also it there is the love between man and woman, uh, especially adult women, man and woman who have been related to the physical intimacy and sex, that actually contain the enormous amount of passion and energy. And that is the driving force. If you observe and study all the successful engineers, they having the one weakness and character, having this strong desire and controlled desire of sex. So it is also observed in some studies that people who actually desire someone they do not love, and if they fall into love their desires it is, and it is very common practice in nowadays also, that we most of the time the women, man and women we love, actually we do not feel like having physical intimacy. And and it is very common nowadays that in my practice also, uh, people, especially men, come uh, with this problem that he is having some erectile dysfunction, having difficulty in erection, uh, with his wife or something, but okay with having aroused with seeing the movies or desiring for other women. So the only human being having this uh, aspect of psychological aspect of this sex or physical intimacy and making love. But other lower animal, they are very instinctive and nature driving. That is not that much complex like seen in human being, because human mind is complex because of evolution through the centuries. So what I mean to say is that only human being, this whole thing, there is whole map and everything is in the mind, and there is a flow, there is a there is a passion or something, there is a burning desire to have something, and it is very natural and very and healthy thing. But though in our subcontinent there is sex and this thing is very dogma, especially taboo, and especially in women, and they are not feel free about showing up this thing because of our social and religious upbringing, and there is forbidden things. But truth is truth, the fact is that we are on this planet because of this very most strongest desire of making love, the sex. But if you see the, you may feel and astonishing and seeing this, that the love between a kid or child and the parent is so strong, but there is no sign of any sex, no sign of any very lower, uh, not lower, but thing is that no sign of this thing, the physical intimacy and all. But there is a strongest, connection. And if you also see, there is some devotee who passed beyond this, gone, surpassed all these physical phenomenon in this normal physical and mundane world, gone past that level. They're like Sri Ramakrishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, someone who actually attained the state of enlightenment, that is love between the devotee and the God. That is another example. There's different sort of love or thing. But we as a human being, we, especially in this era, we need some sort of compassion and love, because everywhere there is a competition, and me better, me too, there is a competition. But we may say that is, I am different, and I am and you are different in your own way. I am different in in um, our way. So there is no competition, because every individual is different, and we may have a mutual respect and trust. And this one thing is missing, there is a trust between human being, because everybody is getting seated in this greed and jealous filled world. So thing is that for loving someone, it's not necessary to have this only the one aspect, there is physical aspect. But if we tap into the real thing, there is only the love beyond our self-interest and expectation and the physical need. If we go beyond that and have a relationship based on that, then the lower part of this love, there is the physical intelligence. It will be easy and cheaper, but because easily cheap, because we can buy the physical love, but we can't have this physical chemical part of this love. And that is very much precious, and it is very delicate thing, and like a nurturing and tendering a small, tender tree that is going to grow in life, and having some fruits and branches and trees on that. And you can having nest, and so many other animal can rest. So think about this, and think through this thing, that is what we are and what we actually want to achieve in our life, and why we are want to achieve those things that we are praying and hoping for a long time. Life is simple, and if you follow the fundamental few things properly, then everything will be fall in the slot and proper place, and life will be a beautiful orchestra, this and like a melodious song. So you want to learn more and be practical and have a good personal and family and physical and mental, well-being and good life, please come on a webinar and have a one-on meeting with me. Thank you for watching.